Okay, welcome back to, I guess, part 3 of this layered animation series. So this is what we ended up with in the last video. And I think the overall motion and story is there now. I just got to work on a bit more of the, I guess, polish of the limbs. And obviously the body and the landing as well needs a bit of work. So I'm going to start off by doing the feet, just for clarity. Because that's where I ended up last time. Again, if you're watching in the future, please do comment down below if this has been useful. And if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 as well, go back and watch those ones because they're all on my live page on YouTube. Anyway, let's get started. So 2 panels side by side, what I prefer. And make this to perspective. Cool. Okay, let's turn on the textures. So I think this jump feels nicer now, but it's the landing that needs work. So I think last time I had this foot going backwards, but I think that makes no sense. So actually, the way he's going to land, he's coming down fairly flat, but his body's going to bring himself forward. So I think the first thing to do is make sure this hip is moving forward a bit more. So it's coming down fairly flat, like that, which is fine. But I think actually at this point, you're actually going to start speeding up, like this. Just not too much, but just a little bit. Yeah. Like that. Cool. And I think this TY could be a bit heavier as well. So maybe here can be a bit higher off the ground. And maybe this one could be a bit more down. And then I think also needs a bit more of a sort of ease. Ease in to the... Sorry, no, a bit more of a squash. Sorry, that's the word. Squash. Cool. And I think he can end up that high, but I think maybe he needs to come in a bit faster, so come down quicker. And then he's pushing up too fast. So I'm gonna stay down for longer. Let's fix this curve a little bit as well. So like maybe that. It's a bit flat though. Maybe it doesn't need to come up. Maybe you can stay crouched. It might make more sense. Yeah. And now he's clearly off balance here. So I think this is what I was talking about, how he needs to come forward. So I think this can forward in space. Maybe delete video. So I want this to be a fairly nice ease in, but he still needs to be on balance. Yeah, he's still clearly not balanced here. I think what's one of the issues is that this foot lands too far forward. So to fix it, I might just actually take these curves and go to the next frame. That's where he's landing, right? Take these curves, move this forward like that. So that's where he's landing. Maybe also fix this a little bit. Bring it down. Fix the curve. Maybe delete this one. Make the curve nicer. See what happens now? Yeah. Now I've got to fix the FK leg though. It's popping now. That's fine. So I'm going to do that ghost poser thing I mentioned yesterday. I'm going to link this in the chat again, because why not? It's useful. Where is it gone? Ghost poser. I know people aren't watching yet, got no views, but just in case you're joining in the future. Or if you're watching this, I think if you do watch it as a replay, you can still see the chats, right? You should be able to. So I'll link that. Cool. Okay, let's get this leg worked. So the contact is at 88. Let's add in the body. And then make a ghost pose. Turn off the geo. Cool. And go back to 87 and try and match this frame a little bit. So I'm going to bring this. That's the pose. So he's going to be fairly straight-legged. I think what I might need to do is fix the translation Y as well. I want this to be a long, sort of straight leg. So I think this could be fixed as well. Bring this down the transparency. Bend this. I want this to be really straight. Not completely broken, but like fairly like, you know, straight. And also maybe the TX as well. This feels a bit off. That's later on. I'm getting distracted. Stick to the leg first. So, I think that's about right. Let's bring it back in space there, of course. That. Yeah. So we've got that bent leg, you can feel the impact. Let's bring back the TY. Bring it down to up there. And I can probably fix this one as well. Maybe just delete it for a second, see what happens. Hit the... It's a bit flat. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's work on this right foot now. So this clearly doesn't work having it backwards. So I think go to frame 91. Let's work out what this pose could be. See, it does feel nice being backwards, but how do I get that working in the landing? Because that's a really bad pose, isn't it? I'm gonna delete this now. That's the horrible. This is a nice pose. So maybe what I need to do is flip the landing feet. Actually, thinking about it now, maybe I need to land the other way. To land with the right foot bent. So yeah. So you come through. Let's try and make a better pose here. So this is forward. That could work, I guess. And I need to rotate the... Oh, hello to my first viewer, by the way. Welcome to the stream. My first viewer of the day. Let's work on this rotation Y. Because this right foot, or the left foot's forward. So this body's going to rotate forward a bit more. So right now, yeah, I think I can just delete these maybe. Cool. Okay. So if that's my pose there, with the knee fixed. No, the knee should be forward. That means the leg should be forward too. Like that. Well, I think that's about right. I know the arm poses look a bit weak, but I'll fix those later on. Now let's copy this pose using Tween Machine. So this is the Tween Machine button. So now that's the same. So that's where it's landing. And he comes onto that foot now. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. Cool. So now I need to get this landing in the feet. So I think he needs to land at about that frame. Yeah, frame 89, I need to have the IK hand on the ground. So let's go to the FK. 91 is there. Let's copy this to 89. So I'm going to delete 90. And let's copy 89 using the Tween Machine button. Cool. That is the FK. So IK, right? Yeah. Cool. And then I have this weird blend issue. So I'm going to go to the blend shape. Let's make this back to FK. Let's pose it as FK now. So again, I think this can be a little bit less straight because the left leg, as in this leg, has already taken the weight. So there's less of a need to have like a really straight stretch pose. But even so, they're trying to get something which is a bit more heavy, or feels heavy. Hello to my next viewer, by the way. Welcome back, if it's the same person. Please do comment down below, guys, if you're joining, and just say hello, who you are, or ask me a question. Cool. Yeah, this needs to be a bit straighter. And then some backwards. Maybe I rotate the foot down so it lands on his toes. And bring this up. Just a little bit of toe tap. Straighter leg. Cool. A little bit of back and forth, isn't it? So it's easier to do FK first, then do IK. But this time I think it's unavoidable. It's about right. Cool. I'm actually going to delete this, make this ghost pose now. I should really be contacting. Let's make this the contact pose. Yeah. Make ghost pose. Go to the next frame. I'm actually going to bring this back in space. Just a little bit, just so we even actually have a sliding effect. But let's try a slight slide. See this? That might be really weird and bad, but let's just try it. And let's fix this knee as well. So let's copy that to there. That should be fine. It's the same. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's see what this looks like. So I know the hips and the arms are a bit weird still with the weight. But let's at least try to see what it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So it feels a little bit poppy. Like it's heavy. I mean, the weight's there. But the legs are kind of smashing down. But then he's not really having any weight affecting his hips. So what I might do is, yeah, I think this left leg might be a bit too. So I think I've got too many keys here. Yeah, so I'll go from there to there. That's the issue. So I'm going to lock down this pose on frame 87. Just key the FK chain. Delete frame 88. No, sorry. Key frame 86. Delete frame 87. And there we go. It's still pretty poppy though. It's still pretty bad. Maybe do 85, delete 86. So 87, it's like that. So look. Okay, there's definitely a knee issue pop here. It's the knees. It's the right neck, the knees of this leg. How do I fix it? What's the best way to fix it? Maybe staying on the tiptoes longer. It could work. So in this pose, I might take this controller, set a key at 90 because I want to lock down 90. And also 88 is fine, leave it at that. But 89, I might just roll this back slightly. Like that. See if that makes any difference. No, it doesn't. Let's delete that. So how can I fix this with about a bit more? I think this is too straight, that's why. This is way too straight. So let's bend this down in space again. And let's bring this back like that. And then I can rotate this backwards. Like that. And let's see how that goes. Cool. You know what? Yeah, I think it's still too heavy. I think because he's not really falling at this point. He's got now control over the left leg. So maybe he's actually, you know, landing with a bit more, I guess, a bit more control. Let's look for control. So I might try and fix that. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to do one quick thing on my PC. Cool. Yeah, so what I might do is I might shift this by 1 frame in the future. So I'm going to select the IK and the IK handle and the FK chain. I'm going to take all these keys, move it forward 1. It's going to break a lot. I know it's going to break. Yeah. So this pose 88, I want this to be, make a ghost pose here. So I want this to be actually fairly bent now. And then I can get the knee lined up. So I think, yeah, he should be on his tiptoes a bit longer. This is frame 88. About there. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that for a second. The back is there. 1, 2. Still gonna pop though. No, it's still gonna pop. This needs to be up here. Like that. That's the angle it needs to have. And then I can lock this down. I'm just looking at the knees here for this section. 1 second, let's do a quick message. Second. Cool. Okay, so yeah. This frame at 89 is going to be the IK switch. Let's fix this again. So I'm going to select next key. Yeah, and then I need to make sure that this is actually correct. So just make that there. Let's key this all down. And then cool. And then let's go back to this 88 pose. I can maybe put the leg a little bit forward with the shin leg, this joint, but the knee needs to come down like a line. So if I delete these poses, you see what I mean. It's coming this way, and it's going to come down on it in this line, this arc, and they can take the weight. And there's a slight shift here with the forward motion. I can probably add that in. Well, sorry, make it a bit more natural. So yeah, it's here. Click that. I might delete this one. Is that correct? There we go. And then, yeah, okay. There we go. Cool. So if I go back and I zoom out a little bit, you can see now what's happening. If I go back to this view. Yeah, the knees now I'm popping. Cool. So there's so many issues still with the hips, like the weight. But the knees at least aren't popping. So I can fix that a bit more later. But I think now the next thing to work on maybe the... What's the biggest issue? Probably the hand, right? Back to this gun hand again. So let's have a look at that. Let's choose some more music. Because everyone likes music, right? Cool. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's work on this gun hand again. So I think this first motion does actually work quite nicely with the way it comes out now. I mean, the holster and stuff needs to be worked on, but I'll do that a bit later. Let's work on the actual sort of jetpack bit. So this pose can be shifted, a bit more of a nicer pose in the arm. Let's zoom in here. I mean, that probably is fine. I don't need to be crazy. This pose can be fairly simple. No need to be crazy. And hello from my 2 viewers, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Please do let me know who you are, especially if you're here from before. I want to see the gun though. Which way should I do the gun? This way? It's probably the most natural. Here, that's a fine pose. And then this one, I think the gun, he's now completely relaxed, right? Because he's got control of the situation. So I think the gun can still be pointed down. And even the shoulders can come up a little bit. Because he's trying to like brace himself. And the shoulders need some work too, but I'll do that in a second. I know it's weird, but I do, normally when I do the arms, I do the arms first and then I do the shoulders. Because I work separately, right? So I want there to be no influence. If I move the shoulder, I don't want the arm to move with it. I want the shoulder to kind of be separate. And then I can go back and after I finish the arms, I can work on the shoulders separately. It's kind of my is that mantra? That sounds too deep. But my the way I find it easiest to work. There's a Euler filter issue as well. Okay, so this is clearly a little bit broken still, but we can fix that. Okay, so this pose can be a bit stronger. So the issue now is that he does hang, and that's what I wanted, this hang time. But he kind of dies. This section here, he just completely dies with his weight and his momentum. And then kind of falls out of the sky, which doesn't make sense because he's going to cut off the engine, right? But I feel like he's not quite going to be so out of control. And also this pose could be stronger. You know, I think what might be useful actually is putting a motion trail onto the feet now and just doing a whole foot pass of the whole animation. Because I think that's going to be the most simplistic way to solve this issue. So I'm going to put the tweak controllers on, and I can probably track this one, right? Yeah, track the knee. Is that the knee? It's the knee. Yeah. So I'm going to track the knee. I'll do the knee first, then I'll do the ankle. Cool. I can probably turn these off now because I don't want them to get in the way. Yeah, cool. Okay, so then let's go through this animation with the knee. Okay, so this is going to be an issue with the pivot going in here. Let's get rid of the graph editor for this bit. So here, I can bring this in still. And I think I can fix the foot roll. So here I can, is it this one? Just bring this down a bit in space. Like that. That should make it a bit smoother. And then I think it's dragging, I think the drag back makes sense, but it's too much. So I'm just going to shift this a bit towards the back frame. Like that. Maybe coming up though. So it can come up in space, but coming backwards that far, it's a bit too much. And then there's also an issue here with the pivot. The pole pivot, I mean. Oh, I sent a man a message. Weird. Anyway, that's fine, leave it. Make everyone confused later if they join, what that means. Okay, so cool. So this arc feels a bit nicer. But now what I need to do is add some interest to the ankle. So I think I might do this at this moment simultaneously because they are connected, obviously. So I'm going to put another trail onto the ankle and see how this is looking. So yeah, there's obviously an issue here. So this is what I was talking about. There's something going on here. So it comes out then in, which makes no sense. So let's move this in as well in space. I should fix some of the issues. And then, yeah, already that feels nicer. But I think looking from the side view, it's this bit here. So I think this actually could be up more. So 329, I'm going to bring this up. And then at 26, I'm going to bring this leg down a bit, just in the RZ. So with the knee joints and also the elbow joints, they only rotate in one axis, right? So make sure you don't over-rotate them in like other axis. It's a common mistake I see a lot in student work. So I haven't animated them in other axes because they can't twist. They can't do it. So there's no point making it seem broken when it's going to make life harder as well for polishing as well. So yeah, right. That's the issue. This needs to be coming down like this more. I want to make sure this tangent is correct. Like that. Yeah, okay. Let's turn off this for a second. Okay. Actually, thinking about it now, I want to hold this pose for longer. So actually, I think going to the graph editor, and I think I want to put a key here. And I am in the knee joint, or the thigh joint, which is this one. bring this up more. And let's make a, yeah, about there. Cool. Let's add a key here. The reason why I think I need to hold the pose for longer. Right now it's kind of floating through those poses. But I think for the actual shooting bit, it needs to stay in this one pose. Which also means this one I think also needs to come up. This one does need to come up. I think the hand needs to change, but I'll do that in a second. This is the one downside of layered workflow, which is why I don't always do this workflow, is that your poses are being crafted kind of as you go along, which means you might have to change things quite a lot, which I guess is also a benefit. But as you can see, this case is also a downside, because I have to go back and rethink things. So I want this leg to be out more and straight. So this is, I think the pose needs to change at 29. Let's go into all axis and just shift this forward. I'm going to move this hand, it's annoying me. Bring it out there. That's not the final pose, but just so I can properly see the leg. Let's key this together. And then maybe now I can bring it in. Feels light now. Maybe what happened before was better. Like the leg staying. Because he's kind of like a jump, right? He's got the jetpack, but he's doing the jump. Maybe I do both legs as well. Let's fix this one as well. So 28. Let's keep this leg up still. 20. Yeah, that might make a bit more sense. Just thinking this through in my head, how to make this leg feel a bit more nicer with the posing. Let's just do a really, really exaggerated pose at frame. So throw 43 is good. So let's delete 34. And I'm going to basically put all these towards the front, like that. And I will edit this to make it nicer as well. Like this pose. Hi, Displan, thank you for joining. You're the first chatter of the day. Thank you. The stream has just started. A bit slower than yesterday with people coming in and going, but my animation is going well, so that's always a good sign. Just getting the legs worked on now. I'll play the whole shot for you if you want. This is part 3 of 2 streams yesterday. That's kind of the main thing I'm going for. So one more time. Cool. So yeah, I'm just fixing things now. I'm doing a layered workflow approach, which maybe you saw from the title. So I'm not really working on posing, as in not doing pose to pose. I'm going through and working on bits that look wrong, and fixing it. So there's some sort of weird twisting motion happening. Is it happening in the hips? It's here. Is it this section here? If I delete this, what happens? Bad things happen. Is it in the Y? It's the Y, I think. Maybe the X as well. Yeah. Maybe also maybe I can push the posing back. Yeah, because if you look from the side, he's barely traveling. Maybe I can push it forward. Because right now it feels like it's weak. Maybe. Maybe I can take this the whole animation and the TZ, and I can just bring this down. So I'm gonna take everything from this point, and I'm gonna scale it down like that. This may look wrong. No, that's better actually. but now it's the force backwards. He needs to be quicker with the up thrust, because this is what the issue was. Yeah, the spacing is wrong here. It's too slow. So let's go back to the TZ. Yeah, there's an issue here with the spacing. So I might have a slight... It might be better. Bring it down far, and then I can ease it in a bit more. Like that. That might be better. Because it's got a really fast initial thrust. Yeah. That feels nicer. Yeah. Cool. That's nice. So now that means the legs might feel a bit more natural with the way they're traveling. Because they're gonna they're like the tail, right? They're gonna just follow the line of the I need to fix this IK bit as well. That's way too stretched. So actually for this bit I will bring it back. It hasn't quite left the ground yet. So this bit I will make sure it's not broken. Delete this too. And just bring that forward slightly. So actually now might feel even better because it's got a lot more of a actual push off. Maybe not. Maybe it's even further and then bring this down a tiny bit. Trying to get a really nice spacing for the takeoff. I think this can be even bigger. Like that maybe. Is that better? Maybe. No, it's too big. It's too big. Look from the side. Off the motion. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Any feedback or comments, by the way, do feel free to let me know. Yeah, okay. I think that's about right. Let's go back to the thingy now. So Dispant, if you're still here, where are you from and what kind of work do you do? Okay, let's delete frame 34. No, let's keep frame 34. Let's put a trail back onto the knees, which was the tweak controls. Okay, so the issue I have here is working this first curve, which is the RX curve. Oh, sorry, RZ curve, sorry. Look at this now. So he comes in. By this point, so I think the extreme is about there. No, I think 29 is the extreme. If I delete that, and then that can start to come down like that. Cool. And then maybe do the ankle simultaneously as I'm tracking it. So I think by frame... By this frame, it can be like this. Maybe. No, higher up. Wait, go to the shadow. Wait, where is it? No, I want shadows. I'll do transparency mode as well. And frames before and after 12. So that the other... This is really confusing me. Sometimes little sections which you think are going to be easy. Wait, is that causing an issue? That's the leg tweak. That isn't causing... Oh, that's the visibility. Okay, so I want to look at the roll towards the side, this one. Delete that one. That helps a bit. Delete that one. Helps a bit more. What does the Y do? It's back and forth. Delete this Y. What happens here? Not quite what I want. And then brings back up a bit. I'm not sure if the issue is in the leg or if it's in the hips, actually. Maybe the foot should be leading. So I hear this coming like this. That might make more sense. So I can bring this down like that. That might work. Not quite. Then by this frame, it's going to be straight again, though. So it's going to be straight. And this is now going to be even more down. Maybe. Does this work? No, that doesn't work either. Maybe I should have stayed in IK and used the local thing. Oh no, I couldn't because this rig. Yeah, that was right. I wanted to do IK legs for this rig, but I didn't have a local space controller for the IK. It's not one I could find anyway. What I might do is switch this though. Does this switch to FK tweak scale video? Can I change this to local? Right now, if I move these, the whole thing goes, right? Yeah. Okay. I want this to be in global. Does this change the... Please work? Doesn't work. I want it to work. I want it to basically not be affected by the cog. Like, I could do a locator and bake it to a locator, but that just feels like it's effort. For what should be quite simple. Okay. Okay. Let's just get some of this motion. I think maybe if I fix the motion at the end where it's been shifted, it might make it feel a bit easier to read. Checking this is the... Yeah, leg tweak. So as his body comes in here, it's going to be like this way, isn't it? And then... Yeah. And as he comes across, body's going to sort of hang down. Just give it some random motion backwards. I really think this should be higher up. I think this should be really like... This leg, even though it's kind of bent, it should... Give the lights back on. Oh, cool. So when you say view mode animation, what does that mean? Like... Sorry, maybe I'm being silly. What does that mean? Like game animation? Hi, Strajan. Welcome back from yesterday. So in terms of which one's easy to animate, they're both easy when chosen correctly. So I would say that you should learn FK first. If you're doing any shot where there's no contacts. So for example, this section here, when he's in the air, there's no contacts on the ground. So I'm using FK. But when he's on the ground, I use IK. That's a general rule for like anything. I'm using IK for the hand with the gun because it's holding the gun. So I want there to be weight, and I want to control that separately. So that's a contact. But for this other hand, I will be using FK because there's no contacts. They're both easy, but I would probably learn FK first because you have to understand, I guess, arcs, and you have to also understand about joints. But once you understand how the arm can bend and which movements are possible, so how the shoulder moves, how the arm moves, you can then use IK just to be a bit quicker. But again, it depends on the shot, and I use both every day, so there's not a better one. It just depends on your need. Okay, maybe this random twist is what's causing my issues. See how the body seems to like just rotate this way? But I'm not sure if it's been caused by the IK or the that is rotation said. Okay, that's the pose there. This, I don't like this pose. Something's happening here in this pose with the rotations. Is it this one as well? Wait, look at... Oh, that's why his gimbal lock is screwing me over. Okay. Well, no, it's not. Sorry, it's not gimbal lock. It's just the rotation order. I've just... There we go. That was that. It was the hips. See, I have this video for beginners where I literally say, if you have any issues in the shot and you can't work it out, go back to your cog and look there. I've spent 10 minutes looking at the legs and stuff, thinking, why is it not working? And it's the cog. I should follow my own advice. But yeah, so the cog was what was causing these issues. And I think there are still some issues there, but I think it's better now. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Already looks better. I mean, like so much better now. Cool. I still think I can delay this foot though. So let's go back to this one. I think this one's fine actually with the... Cool. But I can delay this this rotation here. So this actually is just completely wasted. This is not needed. Even this one could be... That's too much. Bring this up a little bit. But frame 32, I can have this outreach. Yeah, delete that key. Bring this down a bit. Bring this down a bit, like that. Let's turn on the lights. Maybe it's a bit too... Yeah, okay. It's a bit too straight now, but I'm nearly there. I think frame 30 is fine. I think that should be the extreme. And then if I start to come back down at frame 32, so now it starts to come down like that. That might be too much. It goes up too high. This is the thigh problem. This extreme is too extreme. Cool. I think that's a bit better. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Let's see the other leg now. That's also flailing around like a maniac. So that's just... I think this should be easier now. I've fixed the hips. So let's work on that key. So it's this frame 35. I can probably just delete this. Set a key there. Let's make frame 39 better by having this leg down. Like that. Key that pose. And then I might just delete 13.5. Yeah. And then maybe actually 34, I can start to flip it. So I actually have this stay drag a little bit. No, that's bad. Delete it again. No, yeah, I can hold this pose longer. This bent leg pose. So I might take 34 and yeah, just take these two keys and shift them this way. Like that. And maybe put it back a bit. Okay. Maybe I need to work on, that's a bit too, that leg just kind of falls. So I'm basically going back and I'm just doing Control Z and then just seeing if it looks good. And then shifting keys, deleting keys, and making sure things seem okay. I'm also looking at the curves here, by the way. So, okay. Now the issue is momentum. So if you look at this momentum, it's hitting a wall. It comes here and then just, so frame 49 is going this way. And then frame 51, it just pops out the other way, this way. So this frame 55 key, you can see here in the graph edit, look. Just delete this and it should be fine. And I can maybe ease this in slightly more. Like that. Also, there's a key here, which I like. I'm going to lock this down actually. So insert key, or set the curves. Insert key, let's lock that down. Should be a bit better. There we go. Cool. 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 Okay, yeah. Let's work on something else now. I think I'm getting closer to being done with the legs. At least for that first section. Let's work on something I haven't done yet, which is this hand. I haven't touched this hand yet. Literally for the entire 3 streams of 3 hours, whatever it's been. I mean, I've got some basic keys there from posing. So this pose, I think, just bring this moving hold. I think the arm can come forward a little bit. So let's bring this forward in space. Like he's kind of going to block himself. I'll work on the hands later. Well, this is layered animation, like I said, so I'm just going to do it in a layered approach. Let's set a key there. And then delete this one. Delete that one. Think how this move. I think this will come out. This also help the posing as well. That kind of like line of action. And I also will lay, actually I might just do it now. I'm going to bend the fingers in this way, like that. This makes sense. And I'm going to bend this arm, and I'm going to rotate this shoulder in a tiny bit. No, that's not the shoulder. I want the arm first. Like that. This helps a bit of a nicer line of action. Cool. So set a key there. Delete this one. And then this pose can be stronger. So this can still be kind of bent. Like that. And the hand can be rotated down still because it's kind of following through. But I'll do some fingering animation later as well. And I'll work on the helmet. Okay, so this is falling. I want the arms to come up. So this is all going together, which feels a bit boring. So I'm going to add the count animation to the arms, just the top of the arm, about frame 32. But that's the extreme, I think. So basically bring this up. And I might also put this in the hands, like that. Bring this up slightly. And probably bring this in. I'm going to rotate it backwards in on itself. Bring it back up again. See how that looks. Yeah. And delete frame 36 though. For all of these. So 32 key, 34 delete, 36 delete. And then at frame 35, let's set a key at 39 to lock it down. And then at frame 46, I think bringing the hand now completely backwards behind the body make more sense. Yeah, like that. And I can also straighten out the elbow as well. That should work better. And let's do a rotation backwards, just because it's, you know, it's going backwards, right? Cool. So let's delete some of these keys in the graph editor to make it a bit more natural. I'll delete that one. How's that look? It was okay. Cool. Okay, now I need to put something here for the motion of the jetpack. So he's coming here. So I'm going to lock down the last pose at about frame 50. Yeah, 52. That's just before the jetpack kicks in. So I need to work on basically the this pose here is definitely going to be back. And then like down. Like Superman, I guess. Sort of. I know the gun looks so bad, but I'll fix that in a second. Actually, no, I got it now. It's annoying me. Let's do it now. So I think by this key at 59, it can already be out. So maybe just... So I'm using Tween Machine, by the way. So yeah, the yellow buttons here, Tween Machine. Yeah, it's a bit faster. Cool. So you see how the arm bends, like the screen right arm, the FK arm, got this slight bend. I think I can make it exaggerated. So which axis am I doing then? Yeah, this axis here. So it's gonna come out to frame 61 is about correct. But because it's like a pendulum, right? It's gonna have a bit of like that sort of overlap, which means it's got to actually counter the movement of the jetpack. And you're gonna sort of shrug into it as well. I mean, I guess I said I can't ride a jetpack myself, obviously. So we'll kind of imagine how the forces would affect the body. Cool. Yeah, I think that's about right for the arm. It definitely can be better, and I will work on the shoulders in a second, which will help things seem a bit more connected. Cool. Okay, let's do a head pass now, because the head's obviously really important to the shot, or every shot, and it's kind of a bit too random. So let's work on the head. So I think the start's fine. He's coming in, but I think I can have a little bit of an offset. I want to keep his eye line still looking kind of the same way. Delete that. Is that no, that's not what I need. So it's coming in, that makes sense. And then this pose I think could be like that to have that line of action a bit cleaner. Looking at this now, this gun is completely off. I will do a gun pass in a second. I think it's about time. We're getting the head working first. So, like this pose as well, this gun, yeah, I need to get the head working. Basically, this is the eyes of the character, isn't it? I can't use actual eye animation. This is obviously wrong. Delete that. That should be about right. Some weird twist though. Where is it? I think it might be this pose 15. Nope. It's frame 19? Nope. Is it frame 23? Maybe it is. It's this motion, isn't it? Maybe that's the... I think that's it. There we go. That curve's smoother now. Bring this down. That still needs to be down. There we go. That makes more sense, maybe. Cool. I think this felt okay to start with anyway. But let's quickly check this. So if he's going to be looking down earlier, he's got to see where he's landing. Especially here. Bring us back in time. And delete this one. Delete this one. Yeah, maybe that's about right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. And just quickly, because it's annoying me, there's a pop in the where's it gone? In the cog on the last frame is popping. There we go. That's why. Yeah. Set a key there. Just delete this one here. There we go. Cool. Still a lot of work to do. A lot of things to clean up. Okay, maybe I could start looking at this gun now a bit more in detail. Because I think I'm at the point where I can animate some of this sort of... Am I at the point? I'm just checking to see if there's anything major that's going to be changing in terms of the timing or the posing. Let's do a quick play blast and then see if it looks okay from this play blast. Because the timing is always different if you do play blast it. So I've got less viewers today, but that's fine. But if you are watching, do please comment or send me a message or ask any questions. Because I love to get to know who's watching my streams. Okay, let's have a look at this a bit more clearly. Oh yeah, I did a really small pass on that. Oh, hey Vera again. Thank you. Still my most loyal viewer, so thank you for joining. Yeah, I did a camera pass because I needed to for the jetpack to zoom out. Cool. Okay, I think the timing, everything looks okay. I might change some of the spacing, but yeah, I think you're right, by the way, about the anticipation. The camera definitely could work. Yeah, it is. It was very quickly rough. Let's just work on this camera a little bit. Yeah, it's going too fast. You're right. So let's just shift these keys about there. That's a bit better. Especially the translation Y, to be honest. Make sure that's to the end. And this also can be deleted and come up. There we go. Thank you, Vera. That's way better. Yeah. Yeah, way better. Cheers, Vera. I think you're my only viewer right now, Vera, as well. How's your stuff going? Save that. Okay, yeah, let's work on the gun now. So I think the camera's better and the body's kind of working better. Thank you a lot. Just a lot of polishing to do, especially with the hands. But I'm not going to finish this today. I won't have time. But yeah, we'll start something now while I'm working. That's what I do. I used to work while I watch people work. Well, I've always wanted to do things that I haven't done before, so I think, well, it depends. If you're using a rig which is like Animation Mental, then maybe just do something like a character shot where he's sitting down. That's what I wanted to try next. So think of the personality of the character and how they would sit down, and then just animate that. Maybe have some reference as well. The reason I said that because I think it was Big Hero 6. There's a really good reference thing on YouTube. If before they made the movie, they did just that. They animated every single character entering a room and sitting down, and they had to find the personality of the character. But that's maybe a little bit too much of like pantomime. So it depends on how far you want to go with like pantomime versus body mechanics. Okay, let's fix this. So let's turn on the extra controls. I'm going to start animating this pouch. This is going to be frame by frame. Actually, before I do the pouch, actually just do the gun itself, because I think that needs to be worked on. So I'm going to set a key. This one. Yeah, it's actually a hard one. I haven't done one successfully yet. I've still been like, yeah. Okay, let's look at this. So there's a pop there. Key that. Key that. And that needs to come up. That can be rotated in though. And then this one, bring it up in space. I'm basically doing frame by frame, looking at the gun point. That can be rotated this way and this way. Maybe this way is forward too. And this can be a bit further down. Let's get the arc a bit nicer. I think I'll have to have this spacing thing. I can't avoid this. This pose can be out from the body though. By bringing it in. The channel is doing okay-ish. I mean, my most popular video has like over 150,000 views, but it's like a 10-second animation of Elsa from Frozen I made. I think people watching that aren't interested in animation, they're interested in Elsa. So it's kind of skewed my audience a little bit. So I'm trying to build it back up by just making like tutorials and stuff, just so I get the right type of people watching, which I think is slowly starting to happen. I'm nearly at 2,000 subscribers. Though my videos don't get more than 1,000 views per video. Again. So I'm still kind of slowly getting there. But it's okay. I still think of this as a hobby. Yeah, but it was that one was also quite successful. But it was the one I did before, which is the test render. It was the walk cycle. That got the most views. I'll show you 1 second. Yeah. So this is my content. 156 for this Elsa walk cycle. Then I have this blocking animation, which I made a long time ago, like last year. That got quite a lot. And then I stopped making videos. And that's, I think, my issue. I stopped making things for a while because I had a new job. And yes, now I'm basically going back to, you know, the start where I get 500 or so per view. Which is okay. I mean, I'm having fun making them. So and also I'm doing these things for my own like improvement, like learning animation. So I don't see it so much as a like a loss. Okay, I think at this point here, he's going to shoot the gun at about frame I guess, frame 22. So let's bring this back a bit now. And by frame 25, even though I'm still not pointing, I might bring the arm down. Because like not recoil, but like as if he's like relaxing his arm because he made the shot. That's broken though. That's too much in. Maybe I can have it up. Maybe that's nice though. Cool. There actually is a gun sort of component. Like there's a bullet I can animate. So I might do that quickly. Yeah, that's it. So I think at 20, you're going to shoot at 22. So 22 I'll shoot. And then at 21, I need to have it come out, right? Yeah, so let's do this here. Oh, I've done a motion control there. Let's not do that. Okay, so let's set a key here. And I need to change the space switching. Yeah, so 19, keep it locked to the front sight. And then let's delete all these keys for everything. From 21 all the way to the end. And then I'm going to switch this to global. And it's probably gone. Let's put where's it gone? Oh, there it is. And then it's also there's two things here. Ah, there's a space switcher and there's also the bullet itself. That makes sense. Okay, so I want this to be keyed at 19, and then delete all these keys, and I'm going to copy the location of this. Copy. Using Animate, that's basically copying the location in world space. I'm going to paste it to this frame. So now, oh wait, I clicked the wrong thing. God. Copy the location here. So copy. And then I'm going to put the location, right click, paste. There we go. Now, inspect and move it forward. For me to go in world space because he's going to be shooting. Good point. The gun needs to be aiming correctly. Like that, maybe. Yeah. Let's copy it again. Do I work it? I've been moving toward IK more and more, especially for limbs. It feels like now I understand body mechanics well. Like I know how the body works. It's just quicker to animate with IK. And also using space switching, like I'm doing right now with the bullet. It's a really good way to just get quick animation and quite free animation. So yeah, it's just I use both still, but I use IK more for the limbs. Okay, let's try this again. Go to frame 20. Let's paste it again. There we go. And then I can move this forward in space. I might do object mode though. Yeah, object mode, like that. And then frame 22. Bring even more forward in space. There we go. Okay, cool. 22, just have it off screen over there. Maybe do I want 2 shots? Maybe I want 2 shots. I want 2 shots, yeah. So I'm going to 22. I'm going to put it back to, let's go, where has it gone? Okay, let's set a key for this one here, 22, 21, 20, no, there you go. Yep. Okay, so I want this now to be back at the front sight main. Where's it gone? And then put this at the same key20 back to 0. It should go back to the gun, right? There we go, back to the gun. And then if I also have this at frame key this here, and also have this aiming that, I can also have a double shot. So this comes out, and then boom. Yeah, cool. So that's again, copy the same thing, but just one more time. Let's go back to frame. Actually, I think I need to do this manually. Let's do it manually. That's. I always hate this type of animation because like it's so fiddly with like just going back and forth between things. Go back to global, and then he's facing there, so it's going to be kind of about there, right? Let's place it in the gun, a bit easier. I'm sure there's a better way to do this than what I'm doing, but whatever. This is just for my reference. So that's where it's starting. Well, I think I'll screw this up. 1 second. Control Z. I'll screw this up. Checking this again. Why is this not in the right place? Okay, that should be 0, 0, 0. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I know this needs to be this pose needs to be the bullet shot. So let's put this back down. No, wrong one. This one. Okay. That should aim. Delete this one, 22. 22 should be aiming to the right point again. 23 can be up. And then 24 can be what I have it. There you go. You kind of feel that now, right? Yeah. Cool. So I need one in the gun for the feeling of being fired. So let's key this one. Key this one. And then I'm going to copy the location again. Next frame. Let's key both these again. Set this back to global. Find it again. Now I'll put the location back. Yeah, there we go. Back in world space. I can move this forward in object mode. Move it forward a little bit. And go 23 to 24. Forward about there. 25. Off screen. Like that. And what I might do as well is, because this glowing is the kind of the nozzle shot from 18, sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off. I'm just going to set a key for both of these. Put this to global. Where has it gone? Hide this under the ground. Like that. And then that can be my first key, and these, just delete these ones. Like that. So now you shouldn't see the gun. Does that work? I think maybe it's the first shot's too out. So this one, bring this back. It should be a bit further back in space. About there. Might even bring it up. Like there. Same for this one too. Bring it back a bit. Bring it up a little bit. Just to have a bit more of a leeway. Again, sorry for the coughing. Every stream is the aircon. Cool. I hope that makes sense. Cheers, man. I've gone for 2 shots. Let's make it a bit bigger and let's play blast it. Let's play blast this. Sorry, the aircon is just literally making my throat die. Mm-hmm. I think that's okay. The shot does kind of read. Yeah, I think that works. Does it, if it doesn't read, tell me, because I want it. This is the most important part of the shot. Yeah, cool. Does it read in the play blast? Or yeah, I'm still checking it. My eyes always feel yeah. Cool. Okay, well that's good for now then. Thank you for letting me know because it is hard to tell. So I'm gonna call that like done for this section, as in not the streamer that arm. And maybe in the next stream I will look on the gun again. But I do want to quickly just I think it's worth trying it out. Let's wait, 2 panels side by side, and then I want this to be the cool. Okay, show cool. So I want to quickly just look at the I think I can do some animation here to the pouch. Just I think doing the pouch animation will add a lot to the believability of it. So let's get this in the pouch to start off with. So the pouch. Oh wait, show none. Why is that happening? I don't want that. Go away. Viewport. There we go. And show. Oh, that's weird. Okay, anyway, yeah, there we go. Let's get this in the pouch. So it's going to be bent down this way, right? Cool. Okay. Set a key with those three. 1, 2, 3. Set a key. And that's also set a key for this. I could probably do some sort of constraints thing here, but I think for such a short party animation, just do it by hand. Cool. Okay, then this one goes forward. Actually, no, I think I will actually do it with a constraint. How do I constrain this correctly? Just thinking if there's a way to do it. I think I constrain the hand. So I'm going to create a locator. I don't know. Create locator. Snap it here. I want this to go to the tip of the gun. So show locators. Like that. Cool. I'm going to enable this gun. And then what I want to do is I'm going to make this a simple parent of this. So select the locator. Select the last controller of the pouch. Edit simple parent. Not constraint. I mean edit parent. So now if I edit this, it should follow. Yeah, awesome. And then what I want to do now is select the IK hand. So select the locator, then select the IK hand, and then do parent constraint. Just checking it's all, yep. And I want to work out which of this is, see how now the gun is following the hand, like that. and then I think about frame 10, I'll key that, and then I think I'll key it off here. Yeah, and I can just fix this frame. So what I might do also, you can also animate the locator. It's a really good trick. So key it here. So that's the location off. So I want to set a quick ghost pose for this. I'm going to edit this. Actually, no, I don't need to. I need to just put this back in though. So rotate this backwards, like that. And then at frame 10, if I edit this locator, if I move this up, it's going to animate the whole gun. Assuming I have this located on, which I don't. I meant frame 10. There we go. I'm being silly. There we go. So bring this up like that. I'll check the spacing of the wrist though. And also because it's pivoted to the locator, this is really cool. I can rotate this gun from this point like that. So I can really easily just bring this out. There we go. It's cool. So now I need to check the spacing now, of course. Let's check the spacing now of the elbow. I hope that made sense if you're watching either in the future or even TV era, whatever. It's quite a complicated constraint setup, but I use it so much at work because it's so useful. I have a video, by the way, on my channel, how to do that. Okay. So let's work out which is what's going wrong here. So show report motion trails, where motion trails. And I want it to be a bit bigger. 24. Yeah, so I think I can push this up more. That's the pose I'm doing there. So I can bring this up more. Yeah, there's it's pops there. So bring this up, rotate it back into the gun like that. Cool. Turn this off. Yeah. What I can do now is I can also start this animation with the pouch a bit close to the body. So if I animate this top pouch controller, this is why I love this technique. What's this one do here, by the way? Yeah, see, like I animate the top of this controller, which is this one here. So go to frame 10, lock that down. I can bring this down in space like that, and it completely animates everything in between. And I'll do the extra stuff later for the genes. There we go. So actually what I might do is keep it flat. It could be like an anticipation. And then I might animate this down. There's a pouch here as well. I'll do this stuff later and probably next stream, but then the default there. Cool. Cool. So I know that I've done quite a lot of stuff to the start, but not much to the end. But still think that for how's it, hour and a half? Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day for the stream, I think. I think I'll fix the end of the animation when I start up next time. Yeah, cool. So let's save. Let's do one more play blast just to finish off the day. Yeah, play blast. I might also next stream add in a different gunshot from the other direction. But yeah, that's just more of a thought. Yeah, I think I want to try and get this animation done by the end of the week. So assuming nothing happens tomorrow in terms of my personal life, like my daughter wakes up, then I will probably try to finish this week. So yeah, tomorrow, same time, I will do the stream. Cool. Yeah, I think it's kind of reading. Yeah. Okay, I'll call it a day. Thank you for watching, and thank you everyone else who watched as well. And yeah, same time tomorrow I will be streaming. And if you're watching in the future, thank you for watching. Please go watch my other streams and my other videos. It really helps me get monetized slowly but surely. And yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, cheers, Vera, and good luck with your shot as well. And do let me know what you do and send it to me, because I'd love to see it. Cool. Yeah, have a good day or have a good night, and happy animating. Bye bye.